The journey to self discovery begins by looking inward, looking into yourself. Over the last year or so, I've struggled with just finding myself, knowing who I am, knowing my purpose, right? For any of you that know me, or you've been following me for a while, I come from, you know, nothing, humble beginnings, right? Grew up in California and ended up being a personal trainer, being an athlete in college. And then after I lost my identity after college to a career-ending injury, right? I was a wrestler, high-level wrestler, was going to pro fighter. Um, Suffered some major injuries that ended my career short. Kind of lost a sense of who I was, right? Went into a spiral of distractions, drugs, drinking, girls, weed, and just doing things that didn't really align with who I was, right? When I found sales, high ticket sales, right? It gave me a purpose of and a sense of fulfillment, a sense of achievement. You know what I mean? Similar to thing that sports gave me, similar to things that like all the vices gave me, right? But the one thing that it was missing was I didn't love myself, right? And that ripples into your life way more and it causes you to not be successful way more than anything else, right? Because when you don't love yourself, you begin to lie to yourself. And that could be a big reason why you're failing now, right? A reason why you might not be as successful as you want to be, or as you feel like you could be right now, could be because you're not aligned with what you actually want, right? When you begin to lie to yourself, right? Because deep down you're not happy with who you are, or you just don't love yourself, you're not confident, whatever it may be. When you begin to lie to yourself, your mind doesn't trust you. So when it comes to making decisions, your mind doesn't trust you. When it comes to taking risks, your mind doesn't trust you. When it comes to putting in effort, putting in work, you get some type of like imposter syndrome. Your mind doesn't believe you are that person. You get what I'm saying? Because you don't believe it, because you don't love yourself, you're not aligned with it, right? And the thing is, when you begin to not love yourself, you begin to lie to yourself. And when you begin to lie to yourself, you can get into things that you might not want to get into, right? So ask yourself, if you are looking to, I don't know, be an entrepreneur, be more successful in whatever it is that you are doing, ask yourself, hey, is this what I really want? Is this what I really want to achieve? Or is this just something that society is pushing on me? Is this something that because of social media that that I have to be a certain way. I have to portray a certain way. I have to be this type of man. I have to do this. I have to get this car. I have to get that. And is it because you actually want it? Or is it because it's just what you see and what's portrayed? And that's what your image of being successful, being a man, being a high level person is. And that's what you're chasing. You have to really check yourself, because that's when you can lose yourself. You can lose yourself to an identity that you don't even believe in. And if you don't believe in it, you're lying to yourself. When you lie to yourself, you start to not trust yourself. So you start to not trust your actions. You start to not trust your decisions. And that ripples your success. That's why you're not successful. That's why you're not winning. Because what you're doing right now, you don't even want to be doing. You don't even deep down truly either don't believe in it, or you just don't feel like it's for you. And that's the realization that I came to not too long ago with sales, high ticket sales. It was more maybe the things that I was selling, the companies I was working for, things like that. with sales, I love sales. I've come to realize that I love sales, but I am tired of selling products I don't believe in. I went through a phase where I was selling a bunch of fucking shit, selling a bunch of different offers, can't name names, but selling multiple different things that I didn't believe in. And it took a toll on me because I wasn't aligned with who I said I wanted to be. I said I wanted to be a person that had freedom. I said I wanted to be a person that had control of his own schedule. I said I wanted to be a person that had time freedom to do the things that he wants to do for his life. However, I was not living in alignment with that. When you're, shut in your room working on the laptop from the morning till the evening, is that really freedom? Do I really have time freedom? Am I really living up to the potential that I set for myself? No, not aligned. So I was lying to myself. So now I'm going on this journey of kind of self-discovery, self-discovering myself on what I really want to do for my life. Sharing this with you, created a YouTube channel around it. Yeah, this channel is going to be all about personal development, all about self-discovery, all about, fitness, throwing some fashion, throwing some mentality, some mindset stuff, right? But some lifestyle stuff. But for the most part, it's going to be a journey of discovering who I am, what I want to do for my life, the lifestyle that I want to live. I love sales. Don't get me wrong. The people that are watching this that know that I've been in sales for a while, I love sales. Don't get me wrong. And I am going to use it, and I am going to stay in use the skill and sell something for the rest of my life 100%. I plan to start my own business and all that. But the biggest thing is you have to live in alignment with what you want your life to look like. Otherwise, you're not going to be happy. Your mind is going to feel like it's lying to itself. You're going to feel that guilt. You're going to feel shut down. And it's just going to hold you back a whole lot more, right? So if you're saying, hey, I want a life of freedom, but you're stuck in a 9 to 5 inside all day, not living that life of freedom, you're lying to yourself. Your actions aren't aligning with what you really want. And I came to that realization, and I got sick and tired of it. So now I'm on a journey to actually create the environment, the life that I want. And I document the whole thing. But this is just a kind of a wake-up call for you guys that says, hey, time is very finite. It's borrowed time. Don't waste it doing something you don't want to do. Because at the end of the day, don't let society dictate what you want to do. Don't let social media dictate what you want to do, because all that stuff is bullshit. Some of it's real, of course. Some people, and if you want to live that lifestyle, dude, go for it. But just make sure that it's what you want. If you want the big mansions, the cars, the flying private, the girls, the Miami yachts, and all that jazz, go for it. But make sure it's what you actually want, and it's not just what you see portrayed on what you should be. Because at the end of the day, you're only going to be the best you. I would catch myself, hey, I want to be like this guy. I want to sell like this guy. I want to create content like this guy. I was comparing myself to people. At the end of the day, no, it's, hey, Brandon, what do you want, man? What's your creativity? What are your sales techniques? What's your personality? What business do you want? So start reflecting on that for yourself. Go for it. Work hard at it and start. Because nobody's gonna come save you. Nobody's gonna come change your life but you. But at the end of the day, if you want to be great in your own right, you're not gonna do it by staying the same person that you are now. That's the time I got. I hope this helps somebody out there. I'm going to be posting a lot more videos. This is just kind of the beginning of the journey of the YouTube channel. I will see you guys next time. Peace.